This is the Leo Climaco podcast.
Christine, what drives you?
Well, for me, I've always been an overachiever. I don't know if you can tell, but I was an overachiever and I had to be first to do everything, including having a baby. So I was first to graduate, skipped a grade, finished, was in college at 16, got pregnant at 17, had a baby before everybody else. So I had a little girl. And so, obviously having a little girl was very protective. I'm a woman. Yeah. Then I started booking all these models. I was a model myself. I knew the things that they went through, very protective of the women in my team.
Right.
Also very parental with a lot of them, when you have these kind of young girls working for you.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of is in my spirit to always be about helping women break through challenges and overcome obstacles and limiting beliefs and all of those things. So for me, it's about elevating other women. And I get so much just happiness and joy out of watching women get to tell their stories and get to elevate. And so I have a ton of friends that are professional hosts and I use them too on the shows, but that's not what this is about. It's about having everyday women,
right.
Real life women, learning to be able to speak their mind, talk about, their story and really see, I watch them blossom. I see them
Yes.
as a flower that just blossoms in front of me. They get a voice, they start speaking more confidently, and they start.
That's what drives you.
Yeah, and they start dressing different, and they're wearing colors for the first time, and they always wear black. All the little things that I'm watching, it makes me really happy.
And today they're red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
It was not planned.
America.
Yes.
Right after an election.
Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
Exumas, after we finally got there, running through the airport and overcame every obstacle, which she was definitely the leader, running through every hurdle ahead of us. She was at the front, charging on. Never once did she ever stop and think maybe
Should run
not.
for president.
100%. Yes. Fight.
Stop.
It's true, and it's very inspiring. But we did eventually get there.
Everything contagious too, right?
Yes.
It's gonna run through a wall.
Yes, if you need to go through a wall, she's the girl to lead you. And sometimes we just go around, right? Because we're smart enough.
Like
or
that.
we go over, or we don't normally go through, but we find our way, and she did. And Exumas was amazing. We had Lisa Nichols join us, and she was our speaker, and
Very cool.
that was really life-changing. Really life-changing. To be in a room with someone like her who has had the success that she's had and has impacted so many people.
What's the one takeaway?
With Lisa?
Uh-huh.
I think for me, the takeaway was to never quit and to believe in yourself and to keep going always.
Keep
no
pushing
matter
through.
what comes before you. Very much how Christine lives her life. But for me, really hearing and seeing and hearing that, it wasn't an easy climb for her. And she still overcame. And that really stuck with me. It's something I've heard along the way. And that was the nugget that even just took deeper root for me, within me, about you just keep going. You just keep going. So that was very inspiring to me.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Learning how to forgive, learning how to let go. And the last lesson that we did was just
Learning how to forgive, let go.
Let go, forgive, to accept, to release, making agreement with yourself to improve yourself and to continue to grow.
Yeah.
So the last lesson that we did wasn't the truth, was it the truth letter? And everybody had an opportunity to do this on somebody or on themselves. So we saw a lot of women go through it, and thank God we had about 30 people, and maybe out of them were 5 men, and thank God some of those men were there to help support the women also get through the journeys. It was
Makes
just
sense.
a great collaboration, and just coming to the end of the point of agreeing to make a commitment to yourself or to others to forgive, to let go, and to grow, I think is really my takeaway. And I left there releasing a lot of things out of my life and committing to myself. And having the commitment and determination to keep on going. And I'm a personal development junkie.
Yeah. And I'll echo what Ingrid said about that, because I went in with 4 specific intentions. And just to kind of, back up just a little bit, for those who don't know who Lisa Nichols
Are you a
is.
veteran diva?
Am I what?
A veteran diva?
No, I'm just
The new.
Well, no, I'm not new. I'm almost I'm almost a year in. Well,
Okay.
not even. Shit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
almost.
I didn't mean
Please be comfortable.
So like 9 months in,
Okay.
I think. But yeah, so going back to Lisa Nichols, so she is such a powerhouse of a woman. And for people who don't know who Lisa Nichols is, she is known for the book and the movie The Secret, so Law of Attraction. And it was a blessing, and an honor to have her there with us, but then also to share, the fun. And she is literally so down to earth and cool. And, it's like we all just fit in together. But,
That's awesome.
like I said, I went in with 4 intentions and came out with those. But one of my major takeaways from there is we are exploding with amazing opportunities, working with awesome people, powerhouse people. And just throughout my journey in my life and my past careers, I've had a couple, so to speak, but you have to shed, you have to let go, you have to break through to be able to get to the next level, because you can't get there with what you're, dragging behind you.
Correct.
And, this was really key for a lot of us because, we're going into some great things. Can I mention the production partnership?
No.
Okay, sorry. So stay tuned. But we have really big things going on, and so but just being able to be there in this beautiful place with a beautiful person, and then we came out with business partnerships as well that are going to be very huge, and help in the health and wellness space, which is you have to run your body like a business, so we have to stay mentally, physically, emotionally strong. And this mastermind helped us dig through some of that stuff that needed to come up to the surface so that we can let it go, so that we can propel ourselves forward.
And that is why it's my favorite episode of the year.
Some people just don't want to peel back those onion layers and then go deep on their lives, because we get stuck in a way and we're all like on autopilot.
Yeah.
And if you really, really, really tap into really who you are and understand where it all comes from, it comes from our childhood. It comes from where we're raised. It's the bottom
that trauma.
of it. Yeah, because we continue to grow, and once we have all these different types of relationships, partnerships, courtships, business ships, fellowships, all these types of ships,
All the ships.
and they all become wrecked, and you don't know how to unravel it. That's our life.
Eventually, you got to burn the
the
ships.
most important ship of your life is yourself. This is a yacht.
Sink the ship.
And I gotta take.
You tell them, girl.
We gotta take care of it. And once you can come to the truth, it doesn't matter how old you are. I'm 49 years old. And I always want to continue to grow and know more and do more and have more, because I'm always wanting to elevate to a certain point in my life I want to go. A lot of people get stuck.
They do.
And if I just say, like, please, man, just pull back those layers and, get there, because so many people want to hear your story. So many people want to know your truth. So when we know what you're passionate about, and that's how you help others, through your stories and what you do.
Yes.
So
The truth is so important.
Yes.
I love it, and man, you inspire me.
Aw, I love all
You've
y'all. You
given
inspire me
so
too.
much space. All of
You guys are
girls.
inspiring me.
Not just the personal development of we were doing on that show was personal, but we also got to film Peace and Plenty.
Yes.
The Bear House.
Listen, I got to hold a huge red starfish that's like the size of like double my
Really?
head. I kept it in the water. Don't worry, I didn't do anything to harm the starfish. But it was just like everything there. I guess it's like the whitest sands that you can see from space. Like it's like
Really?
it glows from space. Yeah, like so many cool
You can see
things.
the moon and the sun at the same time. I have one picture that you could see.
It's so beautiful.
The sunsets were mind-blowing.
Wow.
Yes, the
Yeah.
water was mind-blowing. And from my understanding, I can't remember exactly what they called it, but there's a specific spot there in the Exumas where it is like the brightest place
Yeah.
on Earth, like literally, like
Right.
anywhere. And,
And we
Probably
went
because of the
there.
sand, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
you
it
can see
looks like literally
Feels-
like you're walking on water in this
Wow.
specific area. And it was gorgeous. But, the Exumas brought so many, it just
It's a rebirth every year.
Yeah,
I feel
it
like it's a
is, yeah.
rebirth. Like I met her at the last one in Mexico. So we did St. Lucia, we've done Mexico, we did the Exumas. We're talking now. We actually just left a meeting right before we came here about doing Trinidad. We'll see how that materializes for
Okay.
2025.
Yeah.
We got a couple things on the table. I had an offer from Costa Rica, but we'll see. But just stay tuned, because you definitely sign up to be at the next mastermind. It really is worth it. We have men, women, couples. I mean, I brought my daughter to one, which was really awesome for me and her, for our relationship. It's very open and very fun to be part
And
of.
you should come.